Hey guys, welcome back to our farm. Got my tripod today because I always seem to forget it. I'm gonna set you guys up. I got two horses that are on my list of working today. One is a client horse, the 4-year-old, and the other is the 4-year-old Mustang that we have, Mr. Monty. We got Pixel with us, of course. So it is a gloomy day. Not super cold today, but just a heavy mist and just gloomy. This will just show you how gloomy wet the air is. This is one of our tying areas, and it is just soaking wet all the way down. Hi, Monty. That's him. Hi, Molly. So I'm gonna grab Monty and get him groomed up and tacked up and let him stand in the barn a little bit while I grab Chex. All right, we got Monty tacked up and groomed. He's a good boy. And then we also have Chex tacked up and groomed. And he's hanging out. So it's really good for them to stand tied. I don't know if y'all watched my other videos, like with Mona and stuff, but to have your horse be able to stand tied calmly and patiently is huge, guys. Don't underestimate the training of standing tied up. So Chex is gonna hang out in here while me and Monty go out to the arena and get warmed up, and then we'll bring Chex out and Monty will stand tied. So I ride Monty Bitless. Yeah, he's a Bitless guy. If you don't know, Monty is a Mustang. You really can't see his brand as good because of his winter coat. He's a 4-year-old. We've had him since he was a yearling. Yeah. We broke him and have done the training on him. When he came to us, he was already tame to humans, but no manners, no training. So pretty much starting from a clean slate when we got him, except for he thought people only provided cookies and he had no respect for people. So, but he is doing really well. Yeah, he's grown so much, and he is from Oregon. So his herd came from Oregon, and he is gaited, which is crazy. I never had heard of a gaited Mustang, but here we go. We got one, but he don't necessarily gait because we haven't reinforced it or taught him to gait. We just kind of move him out at a walk, trot, canter. But he's pretty smooth. His trot's a little rough, but he's still young. So he really is just now really starting to get his balance really well. So Monty has had a major growth spurt too, because this is the Bitless bridle that I always use on him. And he is pretty much outgrown it. Holy smokes, big guy. He's really got a big head. Is that gaited, I guess? I don't know. So I took the reins off. I am gonna lunge him for a minute in the round pen. See if he's got any boogers in him. This weather, guys, has been so weird. Cold, dry, wet, warm, storms, just weird. So that's hard on the horses, and it just makes them a little bit different mentally. So I'm going to give him the opportunity to stretch his legs out here before I climb on. Good job, buddy. You can kind of see the gaitedness in him. He's not limping. He's just gaited, but also trotting like a non-gaited horse. Good job, bud. People who don't work their horses through the winter, the different changes in our weather, and they want to go in nice weather and ride and wonder why their horses are so behind or spooky or, you know, not having good rides. That could be one of the reasons. Don't stop. Horses learn off repetition. Seriously, man, I feel like I'm out of breath just walking close to you. He's like, you don't have to lunge me. Look at that, look at you. You ready for a little workout? Oh, goodness, that was tough, wasn't it? Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. You not feeling it today? Hi, Bob. I don't know if y'all could hear him. Hi, Bob. Bob. He's like, what? So, I forgot my tripod in the barn. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna climb on him and work him, and when I go back in to check for Chex, I'll grab it. And we're gonna see if we can do this one-handed. Okay. I mean, literally, I got a crop, a foam. Come on. And I am using the mounting block because when I have students, people who aren't, who don't ride as much, or beginners, you know, they tend to kind of hang when they get on. Oh, that was better. Good job, bud. Just kind of need to be on this side. Then I want the horses to, oh, there we go. Look at that. Good job, baby. I want them to stand. Like, you can just see my seat. It is a crazy seat, but it's so comfortable. Anyhow, I want them to stand. I'm gonna try to get on one. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're such a good boy. I want them to stand for people and make it easy for them. Very good. So we're just gonna kind of do some light exercise at a walk. Probably pick up our trot a little bit. He is not neck reined, something we gotta work on, or leg pressure. So I don't know how much I'll be able to video one-handed. Let me shorten my reins up. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a train wreck right now, isn't it, buddy? I gotta get better about remembering my tripod. Try to push this down. All right, so I'm gonna put my phone away for a minute because he is very looky, and I need two hands in case he reacts. So we'll check back in a minute. He's starting to relax a little. Still looking at this end. Good boy. Just kind of reassure him, you're good, buddy. He wants to kind of cut that off. Pull a little corner off, that's okay. Good job, bud. We'll work through it. It's kind of hard for me to work through it one-handed. Good job. Look at him leveling his head back out. Yeah, we're gonna have to get him a bigger bitless bridle. There's a certain type that I like. It's called a sawbrig. No, I'm probably saying it completely wrong. I'll put the spelling on the video so you know what I'm talking about. I know, it's a lot to look at. But it puts pressure under their chin instead of being like a side pull bitless bridle. And you can see, like, see if I can turn him one-handed. It'll put a little pressure under their chin, and I like that because I have some horses that are not going to listen to a side pull. They came to me, you know, already kind of got some issues, so this really helps, and that way I can go bitless and also go with the bit. There he goes, he got into that little gate. Good boy. Oh, there we go. morning. Good boy, Chex. So he's been hanging out in here nice and calmly. Monty did really good. Put your head up. I had to put my phone away because it was just really hard to video and keep him going and having him turn. Yeah, we got a lot to work on, but he did really good.
All right, guys, so now I'm going to exercise Chex. So Chex, if you don't know, is a 4-year-old registered quarter horse. He is not my horse. He is a client horse, and he also boards with me. In some of the past videos, I explained that I am exercising him and working him and just keeping him in shape and his mind right for my client. So like I said before, he's a 4-year-old. So he does have a great foundation and some great training. But with horses, you have to stay consistent, and consistency is key when training young horses and just working horses in general. If he sat in the pasture and waited for the client to be able to come ride with the life situation she has going on right now, then his training would just fall behind and he would just be too much horse for her. She is not looking for a spirited, young, crazy horse, and just keeping him worked and exercised and keeping his brain engaged is helping keeping him sane and safe for her when she's ready to come ride. So like you saw in the beginning, we started off with walking exercises, some bending, stretching exercises, stopping, just getting his brain engaged with me to let him know that we're going to be working. And now we're going to trot. I'm going to do the same things at the trot. I don't show everything in the video so I don't make it too long and bore you guys. But we're going to just change direction, do figure eight, serpentines, just keeping him thinking about what I'm going to ask him to do. So with one of his cues that he was trained from a youngster was a stirrup stop. So using pressure in the stirrups, he knows that he can slow down or stop depending on how much pressure I put in his stirrups. So that is something that I am working with him for him not to be super responsive with pressure, because my client does not quite like that aspect that he knows. It's a really cool training thing that he knows. But with her just getting comfortable back in the saddle, it can be kind of frustrating for her. So even though I don't want to unteach it to him, so you can see there he stopped without me having to use my hands. I just put pressure in his stirrups. I don't want to unteach it, like I said, but I want to modify it a little bit for her so she can use pressure and him not just immediately think we're going to tuck our butt and do a slide stop. So we kept it really light today, just did some walk trot. He did really great. I'm real proud of him. He's just a cool horse.
He's been standing in here while I was working Chex, tacked up. I just took his saddle off. Starting to rain, we got chores to do, so I gotta go untack Chex there, put him up. He'll be going in a stall tonight since it's raining. But yeah, everybody did really good. He's just a big goofball. Everybody did really good, you know. They're young and out here in this crazy weather, and you know, he was a little more looky and not nervous, but just different today. Look at that, it's all bent. But he did really good. Did wear my helmet when I was riding Chex just because, and I forgot it when I was riding him, but I corrected it, got it on when I was riding Chex. Just because they're young, they're horses, you just never know. So it's feeding time out here. We gotta put some hay out in the pasture, get our normal stuff done. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. Bye. Y'all waiting for the hay and dinner. They know it's dinner time, but they hear the tractor coming, so they know. These two right here, they get in more mischief. And they're so playful, it's the dangest thing. You better get on, buddy. That gate's open, you know it too, don't you? It's always exciting when a new hay round comes out.
There's nothing you could do to make me turn